Hello and welcome to the Washington State Toy Show Live. Thank you so much for joining us once again for another exciting night of toy sales and auctions. My name is Jake Stevens. I'm going to be your host for this evening, and we are really excited to bring to you some of the more recent toys that have been out, as well as some toys from years past. Now, like many of you guys, we have absolutely missed hanging out with you guys at conventions, at toy shows in the area, and so this is our solution. We're going to be doing this until we can bring those toy shows back, because the Washington State Toy Show Live is brought to you by the same folks that put on the insanely amazing and successful Washington State SummerCon. And so we are missing you so bad, we are going to come and bring you the show. And so today, ladies and gentlemen, we have an exciting round of not only Black Series figures, we have DC Multiverse figures, we have some autographs, we have some original paints, painted pops. We have comic books. So if you tuned in to last show, you have a little bit of an idea of what we are going to be offering tonight. But that's the great thing about this show. Every show is going to be different. Now, a few things. We've listened to your comments. We've refined things a little bit from our previous show. And one of the things we're going to be doing is, last show we waited for you to put your claims in or your bids in by looking for the moderator online. Today, we're going to do it slightly different. We're going to put our figure down or our item down, and as soon as we debut the price, that is when you're going to be able to start your bids. So as you can see, we have lots of different bids up here at once. Now, before we even get to the bidding, there's an important thing we need you to do. And that is, obviously we're doing this on YouTube, and so you got to make sure, if you're watching this on a social media platform, you got to make sure to shoot over to YouTube, because that's where the claim and the bidding process is going to be taking place. Now, the important thing that you need to do is you need to make sure that you set the chat to live chat. You don't want it to be on top chat, because that way you only see your comments and you might feel like you've won or you've been the only bidder. But actually, if you move it to live chat, that's the best way to see everything that's going on in the feed. Now, all of our claims and bids today are going to be in United States dollar, USD. Waiting until the moderator types claim now before you type your bid. Now, again, that's slight change from last time. As soon as we put the numbers up there, that's when you can go, okay? And finally, the moderator will be the one that's making all the decisions and final claims, okay? Well, I've been talking quite a bit. Let's get on with the show. Let's go ahead and get some figures up here. We have an exciting first round. Like I said, we're going to start off with Black Series tonight. And the Black Series figures, Hasbro, the producer, just had their quarterly, and what they had mentioned is that Star Wars toys were up 70% from this time last year, and that is mostly due, they said, to the success of the amazing Mandalorian series. So let's go ahead and start with some figures and toys from the Mandalorian. Okay, for our first item tonight, you can see here we have Moff Gideon, the villain that was featured prominently in Season 2. Moff Gideon, the Black Series figure. This, as you can see, the packaging is minty. The figure, it's still sealed. Figure is complete in package. We're going to go ahead and start the bidding claim process this is claim, not bid. Claim. And what you need to do is make sure you type claim A and the amount. Okay? Claim A and the amount. Here we go. First figure tonight, Moff Gideon for $25. Very difficult figure to find. Now, it's important that if you have the villain, that you're also going to need some of his troopers. So here is the Remnant Trooper. These are the figures that, of course, accompany Moff Gideon in his pursuit to retake over the galaxy in the Mandalorian series. This one, again, also, just like Moff Gideon, is minty fresh, sealed in package. The Black Series Remnant Trooper. You're going to write claim B and the price, and we're going up. Go ahead and claim the Remnant Trooper for $30. Now, any figures not sold or claimed tonight will be going back into the vault, and they may or may not come out in the future show. So the great thing about this show is that it allows local sellers from all over the Pacific Northwest region to come in and feature items live on the show. So if you are someone who has collectibles at home that have been stockpiling while we have been on this pandemic break from conventions, this is a great time to take advantage of. Now, the great thing about this also is that not only when these figures sell, right next door, we have a whole shipping center that they are sent out the very next day. There is no markup for shipping. It is completely based on the weight of the package and the size of the box, which will be going out, as well as there's no handling fees. Everything is pretty much, we're making this as simple and easy for toy fans to get those figures. All right, Greef Karga. Now, if you were with us last year during the Washington State SummerCon, Greef Karga himself, Carl Weathers, was in attendance. And we actually had him on stage and signing autographs. Fantastic. He gave us a little preview about this character before the series even aired. And you can take Greef Karga home today by claiming C for $20. C for $20. All right. Now, most people loved this next character. This next character was featured in The Mandalorian. Like I said, all of these figures. This figure here, Quill, as you can see, is pretty minty in package. There is one little nick right down here, just to be totally honest and forthcoming. Cardboard probably got cut on the packaging when it was removed from the box, but otherwise that is a very minty, sealed in box figure. Quill, the fantastic character voiced by Nick Nolte. He's going up for claim. Go ahead and claim D for him for $20. All right, now we featured the Remnant Stormtrooper. And they were the ones that were kind of nitty-gritty. Their battle armor was worn down. Well, now it's time for a fresh, clean Imperial Stormtrooper. This figure is perfectly mint in box, in sealed box. You can see here the mint, clean, white Imperial Stormtrooper can work in your Mandalorian or any of your Star Wars original trilogy displays. Go ahead and claim him E for $20. Or $25, I'm sorry, I misspoke. $25. And our final figure for this round of the Mandalorian Black Series collection comes to us from the Credit Collection, which was a exclusive line of figures that were featured, and a very talked about character in recent days. We are going to have up Cara Dune in her Credit Collection. What makes this figure significant is that she is actually, if we turn around the package here, you can see a better look. She is actually painted to look like the credits concept arts that play at the end of each episode of The Mandalorian. So you have Cara Dune here in her Credit Collection. She also comes with a Beskar, is that Beskar? Yeah, a Beskar credit chip here. It's kind of like a small role play piece. And she was exclusive to retailers online, or is this Target? I believe this was a Target exclusive. And you can take her home today and claim F for $40. All righty. Who's going to get in on some of this fantastic Mandalorian action?
We're not getting bids tonight, Jake.
Ah, man. People are a little frozen right now, or maybe it's because they saw the preview and they know there's so much more to come. So what doesn't sell today? Again, we're going to take back into the vault, the Washington State Toy Show vault, which is located somewhere around here. Steve won't let me see into the vaults. I imagine that the vault's a lot like the Indiana Jones at the end of the movie, when he's wheeling the ark into the warehouse. So we're going to go ahead and count down. What's that?
Let's go ahead and pull them, Jake.
All right. So these are going to go into the vault. They may or may not appear in a future show, like we said, or potentially a future toy show in person. All right. That is fine. There's plenty more tonight. But we do have a few more Black Series figures before we move on. The Black Series has become a very, very popular 6-inch line of figures, which debuted back in 2012, I believe. So it has gained popularity. Now, in 2015, they went with this red packaging. So this is what a lot of people are familiar with when you say the Black Series. The packaging that we just showed with the Mandalorian line, that packaging is fairly new, just in the last few months. Now, if you take a look at this figure here, the first figure up on this next round is Clone Commander Bly. Clone Commander Bly, a popular figure from the prequel trilogy, and also featured heavily in Clone Wars animated series. He was number 104. You have a mint and package sealed figure. Clone Commander Bly is going home. Make sure you put your claim in for claim A at $28. $28. Clone Commander Bly. Now, I just mentioned the Clone Wars because it just finished up its 7th season last year. Exclusively on Disney Plus. And one of the highlight characters that came out of that series was clone troopers that were loyal to Ahsoka Tano. They were members of the 332nd, and they were called Ahsoka's clone troopers when they were assigned to her. And this is in that new packaging. This is number 3, as you can see right here, number 3 in the Clone Wars series. Ahsoka's troop is going home with somebody today. Go ahead and hit claim B for $35. $35. A very difficult figure to get. This was a Walmart exclusive that sold out very, very quickly. And anybody who has been attempting to purchase Walmart exclusives in the last year knows the struggle in getting a hold of some of these figures. So Walmart exclusive Ahsoka's Trooper, $35. Oh, I missed one, didn't I? I did. Here we go. All right. I'm sorry, I missed this one. So we're going to have an extra one here that was left over from the first round. And this is another Mandalorian figure. This is again from the credit collection. This is the Heavy Infantry Mandalorian. This here was I believe, a Best Buy exclusive. And this figure here, just like the Cara Dune one, features the paint deco like the end credit concept scenes. So, Heavy Mando here, a deluxe figure in the normal line. He can go home with someone tonight. Claim C for $30. All right. Here we go. Another figure here that we have, ladies and gentlemen, Dark Rey. Now this figure here, mint sealed in case, just like all of them featured tonight so far, is from the latest Star Wars movie, The Rise of Skywalker. She was that evil version of Rey that was briefly saw on the remains of the Death Star. Spoiler for those who didn't watch that movie a year ago. She has been difficult to find. She is the first figure to be in this new packaging from The Rise of Skywalker. And she, ladies and gentlemen, is going home with someone for Claim D for $30. All right, where's our bidders tonight? Got to get in the action figure mode. All right. Well, as you can see, we're going to hop over to our hyperspeed, our warp drive. Not warp drive. That's the wrong franchise. Our Lightspeed table here, Lightspeed auctions. We are going to start off tonight for our very first auction. Now, this is going to be different from the claim sales. You're going to put claim over there. Over here, you're going to put bid. So you're going to put in your bids tonight. This is the very difficult to get a hold of 501st Legion ARC Troopers. This is a special action figure set that is part of the Vintage Collection. Now, this was offered as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And like I said, it has been very difficult to get your hands on. It features Echo, Fives, and Jesse from the Clone Wars animated series. They're not done in animated form here. They're in realistic form. And this figure here, like I said, is going to be a bid. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your bids in for this figure, and we're going to start this figure off. Starting bid, auction is live, and we're going $110, bid increments in $5. So we're going to set that there and let the bids begin. It's a beautiful piece. It is very, very minty, both front and back. No dented corners, no scratches. Tape is still intact. Beautiful, beautiful piece. Going home, starting at a bid of $110. I would be jumping all over this at this point if I hadn't already received one. I was very, very lucky to get in on those.
Jake, I don't think we have our Star Wars fans.
No Star Wars fans. Well, hopefully there's some.
They're looking for DC.
I'm about to say, hopefully there's some DC multiverse fans and or some comic book fans, because there's going to be some fantastic stuff. Well, you know what? We have plenty of Star Wars stuff for when they want to come out and play. We definitely will have material for them. Now, Steve, I mean, things are starting to get a little better. Like life is starting slowly to return to normal. Steve, are we ready to have toy show? I mean, do we have any news in that regards?
I think we've always been ready for toy shows. It's just when we were allowed to have toy shows.
True.
But yeah, no, we have some news. We are going to go ahead. We can announce that the next toy show will be on March 13th and 14th.
March 13th, that's like a month away. You mean we are that close? Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Washington State Toy Show is returning 2021. We had to take a break during 2020, but if you have attended these shows before, you know that they are become quickly one of the best, if not the best, toy show in the state. The amount of vendors, the amount of selection, the amount of every time I walk out, so much more poorer than I came in, and I'm so happy about it every single time because there's so much great stuff to pull from.
They gave us a choice of we could do it on that weekend or we could wait even longer, and we said let's do it as soon as possible.
Well, there you go.
So, but we will follow all of the government regulations, the mandates. Everything will be safe. Everything will be whatever. We're going to follow the rules. So it's going to look a little different, but we think just stay tuned. I mean, we're doing this for the vendors. We're doing it for the fans who love toys.
Absolutely. Fantastic. So be looking for all that information coming up here soon. Now, Steve, are we going to have the ability for new vendors to sign up, or do we have our backlist or wait list still?
We definitely won't be able to fit all the vendors that we have now. So we'll figure out who wants to come in, but I don't know that we'll be able to fit new vendors. We're going to take care of the ones that have been waiting a year to do the show.
Perfect. Fantastic. So, exciting stuff coming, ladies and gentlemen. So if maybe buying toys online, you can do that here. And when we're not doing that here, it sounds like very soon we'll be in person having your toy shows live. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and transition over to our DC multiverse line here. What do you say we start with? Let's go ahead and start with the man in blue himself. How about this figure here? And I'm going to have to potentially resort to some of my more DC savvy friends here. Now here you have Superman in Unchained Armor. Okay, this is the new series from McFarlane Toys. McFarlane's recently got the rights to make Star Wars. He wants Star Wars, I'm sure, but the right to make DC toys, and he has just been producing these amazing 7-inch figures. And what you have here is Superman. He is mint in package, sealed still. Again, like I said, in his Unchained Armor. Supes here. Can go home with anyone for claiming A for the price of $25. $25. Where's our DC fans at? Okay. So we're going to put Supes up there. Now, another brand new set that has just recently been dropped is the Nightwing and Red Hook multi-pack here. This set here is a 2-pack, and it features the characters in their New 52, if I believe. Adam, am I correct? These are the New 52 versions, or are these? The Nightwing is a New 52. I know that because he's wearing red. Okay, so this 2-pack here, difficult to track down because of its newness. This will be going home with someone who puts claim B for $50. $50. Claim B, $50. Okay? These are fantastic pieces. You won't want to slip by because, like I said, they're in high demand right now online, and for those of you who are journeying out on toy runs, which have been a much harder feat this time of year. Toy runs just aren't what they are. That's why having a toy show coming up is going to be super exciting. All right, next up, where's our Flash fans? We have the Flash and the Batman from Earth 52. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are not aware, that is Batman. This beautiful set is another one of the McFarlane 7-inch figures, and we're going to go ahead and make this claim C, and this is going to go home with someone for $50. The Flash and Batman from Earth 52. Okay. What do you say we do another auction? Let's go ahead and get another auction here, ladies and gentlemen. This one I'm really excited about. This one I am really excited about. And I'm excited about this one because, actually, which auction do you want to do?
We're going to do the Jim Lee auction?
Let's do Jim Lee. That's what I was hoping you were saying. I was making sure I wasn't going to announce something we weren't ready to do yet. But this piece is unbelievable. Okay. So let's go ahead and show how absolutely amazing this piece is here. Now, what you have here is an exclusive print which is representing Jim Lee's 1,000 issue cover of Batman Detective Comics. He created this print exclusively for Dallas, was it Fan Expo?
Just for the Fan Expos period, but yeah, he signed that one in Dallas.
So, and I haven't even got to that yet. Not only is this print amazing, but if you look closely right here, Jim Lee signature on this piece, signed right in front of Steve as he was at the convention. This is an amazing, beautiful piece. Would be a great thing framed in your home. Jim Lee autograph on this exclusive Fan Expo print. So we're going to go here, but we're also going to throw in the Batman 1000, Detective Comics 1000 McFarlane figure as well. You can see in the packaging here, this thing is sealed, mint in package.
And that is the variant too. That's the harder to get.
This is actually the variant. And so obviously we know that Batman in the comics today does not wear the gray and the blue, but this is his more traditional look. So this set is going to auction. We're going to go ahead and put up the information for the auction. There will be a starting bid of $80 with bid increments of just $5. Again, what you're doing is bidding on a Jim Lee signed print from Fan Expo on the exclusive Fan Expo. Beautiful poster, beautiful poster. Amazing.
We've got somebody for 80.
All right. Fantastic.
Jake's at 80. Toy Stable's 85.
How could you not? How could you not? Jim Lee, he does not do a lot of convention appearances. But even though he might not do a lot of convention appearances, he did appear at the last Washington State SummerCon where he had an exclusive signing, and it was absolutely fantastic. All right. So we have bids at 85. Make sure to put your bid in. We're looking for a $90 bid.
Looks like it's up to 100 Toy Stable.
All right. We have our Jim Lee toy stable. Toy Story, Toy Story. Why is that my favorite thing to pick up? Toy Stable in at 100. Fantastic. Toy Story. Toy Stable is the store that you want to go to in the Pacific Northwest if you're looking for great.
Jake, 105.
Okay, so we have a bid in at 105. Fantastic, 105.
I think we need some auction bid music, don't we?
We do, actually. You, maybe the 90s, sorry, the 66 Batman theme? Doo-doo. Copyright. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, man. Yeah, fantastic.
Toy Stable 110.
All right, we're up to bids for 110. We are at 110 for the Jim Lee signed print and variant Batman
There's a tie
Detective
with
Comics
Pat N
1000.
At 110 also.
What's that?
Pat N has 110. Oh.
So
Pat
Pat's
N has
currently at
115.
We're at 115. Fantastic.
Jake, do you wanna pick up
115.
the print so they can see that print one more time?
Absolutely. Try not to touch it too much. It is quite impressive. Now, I'm not a devout Batman comic reader, but I did absolutely pick up this amazing issue.
Toy Stable 120.
We're up to 120, ladies and gentlemen. 120 for the Jim Lee autograph and the Batman Detective Comics 1000 figure. Yeah, having the whole Rogues Gallery on here is just what makes this print beautiful. I fell in love with Jim Lee early on when he started doing X-Men, and as a Marvel fan, I've cried quite a bit when he decided to leave to help start Image Comics. And then, of course, he made his way to be essentially the modern Stan Lee of DC Comics now.
We got a 1 minute clock up on this one.
All right, so we're sitting at 120 still. 120, and you got about 40 seconds on the clock. Make sure to get your bids in here.
Jake is out, so it's up to Pat and Toy Stable. All right, that's it. Toy Stable at 120.
Okay, and congratulations to Toy Stable for 120. It is 120. Fantastic! What a great, absolutely amazing deal there. Going home with the Jim Lee print. Now we're going to keep this DC train rolling, and if you had a chance to read the fantastic Last Night on Earth. Again, I'm not a devout Batman fan, but I absolutely did read this series. And if you did, you know it was all sorts of fun and provided all sorts of new looks for figures. So we have 3 new figures from that small limited series, Last Night on Earth. We have Batman. And the cool thing about Batman is in this series, he walks around with Joker's head still alive, talking in a bottle. And it looks like he's got a Spawn mask there. It's kind of awkward. You have Scarecrow, who is just as scary as can be, rides around on the back of Bane. Now, these figures are part of a multi-pack, a Build-A-Figure, where you can actually put together Bane. So if you buy Batman, you will get a few pieces. If you buy Scarecrow, you get the bulk of his torso, you can see here. And then finally, we have Omega. Okay, and I won't give away who Omega is, but he is a character in this series as well. Okay.
These have a street date on February 28th.
So the unique thing about these, though, and why you might be really excited to get your hands on these now, is because these have a street date of February 28th. These are not officially going to be released on the market for another couple weeks. So this is a good chance to get these figures early. Batman from the last night can be claimed. Claim A for $25. Scarecrow will go home with claim B for $25. And we have Omega ready to go home with someone for $25. Beautiful figures. McFarlane is really doing some of his top work with these figures. I am very impressed, and he is very passionate about it. If anyone follows McFarlane Toys online, you know how excited he is to be a part of making these toys and getting this license. Okay, next up, ladies and gentlemen, we have
Claim A, Toy Stable.
Oh, claim A has been spoken for. Fantastic, thank you. Fantastic, congratulations, great figure. Okay, any of you have read this series? Had a lot of fun with reading this series when it came out. Superman Red Sun. It says what happens if Clark Kent didn't land in Kansas but led.
Claim B, Toy Stable.
Oh, claim B is gone now. These things are dropping like flies. Get your bid in. Okay. What happens if Superman didn't land in Kansas but landed in communist Russia? This is going home with someone for $25.
Claim C, Toy Stable.
Claim C. Sounds like our friends at Toy Stable just cleaned us out of last night figures. Fantastic. Okay. So now, our next one. This figure is being called the Grim Knight. The Grim Knight. And I'll be honest, I don't know much about it. Adam, do you have any insight on where the Grim Knight comes from?
Pure awesomeness, Jake. Pure awesomeness.
Pure awesomeness. He is built from awesomeness, I'm told. Well, the figure looks amazing. It is sealed. It is complete in package. And who's going home with someone for $25 who claims E. Claim E for $25. These are practically retail prices, ladies and gentlemen, so it's fantastic to get your hands on this. We have not one, but we do have two. So if we have any takers more than one, we're going to go ahead and put those up. Claim, same price, whoopsies, $25 for the Grim Knight. Might actually take this one home if this doesn't claim myself. I love this series. Fantastic series. The Red Sun. Landing in communist Russia, the USSR, brings the term Superman to a whole new concept here in this series. Fantastic series. All right, we're going to give those just a few more seconds for claim. All right.
Do another auction?
We shall, absolutely. All right, we're all ready for auctions. Let's do it. Oh, I like this auction. Let's go with this one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're keeping the DC train. We're keeping the DC train going, as we're going to be providing some more McFarlane figures here. But like the Jim Lee print, we have a few added bonuses here. A few added bonuses to our lot. Okay. And this is going to be okay. So ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, what we have here is the two multiverse figures from the fantastic storyline called Batman the White Knight. And in this story, without giving too much away, you start to root for the Joker, in a manner of speaking. And so Batman and Joker are at odds in this one here, but you can also see that Joker comes with a non-Joker face. So things go on here. These figures are both sealed in package. You can see Batman's got a small crinkle here just from box shipping, from where he had his tag, but otherwise Joker is minty, minty, minty. Now, these two figures are fantastic in and of itself, but for many of you know that the author of this series, Sean Murphy, actually attended SummerCon last time and did some great signings for us. And so what we're going to do is we're going to put in his graphic novel. There's a sequel to this series, but this is the first one. This is the original story. It's called Batman, Curse of the White Knight. So we're going to throw in two figures and its source material. And then the best piece about this next auction is we have a print from Mr. Murphy himself, which is not only autographed but remarked. So we have his sketch of Batman here, the autograph on a black and white print of his, obviously, his cover art for this series. A beautiful, beautiful set. All four pieces are going to go up for auction, and we're going to go ahead and start that auction for $100 with $5 increments. So you're getting two figures, a print, and the graphic novel. It is a display waiting to happen. You can open up the figures, you can put them above a framed print. It not only has an autograph, but a remark as well while you read the fantastic graphic novel.
We call this the Sean Murphy Super Pack.
The Sean Murphy Super Pack.
Super Fan Pack.
Super Fan Pack. I love it. No, it's a fantastic set. Definitely something that for anyone who's a fan of this series would want to have. Amazing figures too. Such a fun lot. All right, we got our first claim at $100. I knew that this would not go, or sorry, 100 bid. We have our first bid for $100. I knew this wouldn't go.
I'm going to put a clock on it now, Jake.
Oh, we're going to do it. All right, let's go ahead and do it. 1 minute on the clock. Make sure to get your bid in. While we do that, I'll set up the next round of claim.
Seconds, Jake. It looks like
Who's our lucky winner?
Jake is the winner.
Jake! All right, fantastic. Not this Jake, but that Jake. Congratulations. What a fantastic set to come across. It is, like I said, great story, great figures, and what a great print. Okay, let's go ahead and finish up our McFarlane's run for tonight. 3 more figures from the DC Multiverse series. You have Batman from the latest, from actually the first version. We just had the sequel recently, Dark Knight's Metal. So this is a Dark Knight Metals figure. We are going to go ahead and put them up. Remember, claim A is what you want to write, and the cost for $25. All right, we got Superman, the Infected. So here, obviously, you see Superman not looking like he's having his best day. We're going to go up and go $25 for Superman Infected. And our final one, the Sky Tyrant, the Batman Who Laughs, is the character from the Metal Universe. And he's going to come with this, what we call it, the Sky Tyrant wings. He's going to go home with someone for $25. 3 great DC multiverse characters. Our last round of McFarlane figures. All figures are sealed. And they will be a great addition to your DC Universe collection. Multiverse, not universe anymore, but multiverse, because yes, these are pulling from all realms of the DC Universe.
Claim C, Toy Stable.
Ah, claim C has been claimed. Fantastic. The Batman Who Laughs. All right, like I said, we're about to take a quick break, but before we do that, let's go ahead and finish up this first toy section, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and our final 2 figures before transitioning to our next stage, our comic stage for comic fans out there. I know you've been waiting patiently. Here we come. Another McFarlane's figure. We're going to go here. This is The Witcher. Now, you may have caught the show on, is it Netflix? Is it Netflix? I had The Witcher, I believe. It is a fantastic series, but this is actually going to come from the video game, Wild Hunt. Okay? So you're taking home The Witcher here. This is part of McFarlane's what they call Gold Label collection. And this figure is claim D for $22. The Witcher, claim D, $22. And for our final piece in this first toy section, we are going to be, anyone who's been following this line knows it has been hotter than hot. NECA has produced a line of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures from the original Turtles cartoon, and finding them has just been the most difficult thing to do, but they are beautiful representations, 6- and 7-inch versions of those great characters that we grew up with. This here is the Rat King and Vernon 2-pack. And this is, again, part of the NECA, Nickelodeon Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line. This can go home with someone today for claim E for $50. 2 great pieces.
Levi the Swift, Hypnosis,
Claim
Claim E.
E? Oh-ho!
Levi the Swift.
Fantastic. Nice job, Levi. All right, last call. Last call on Dark Knight's Metal Batman, Superman the Infected, or The Witcher from Wild Hunt. This is the Geralt character. All right, and again, anything that's not sold today is going to be thrown in to the toy vault. May appear in the future, it may not. Now, thankfully, here at the Washington State Toy Show, we have some celebrities who are willing to share their love of action figures and toys, because we are all fans here. And so let's go ahead and take a look at our first Ming moment.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen from AMC's Comic Book Men. I'm here at a Shared Universe podcast studio, and wanted to give a big shout out to the Washington Toy Show. I love watching every Thursday night along with you guys to, hey, I gotta get good deals too. I didn't stop being a collector just because they put me on a TV show about collecting things. So with that in mind, I've been asked if I wanted to unbox something, and it just so happens that this week I was sent something really cool from my friends here at Super 7. This is the 11-inch Cobra Bat, and for any G.I. Joe fans out there, you know this is a coveted piece from from the past, from our childhood. I remember when this 3 3/4 inch figure came out, and I want to say 1985, 86, somewhere around there. And it did not look like any of the other G.I. Joe figures that I owned. It did not look like Shipwreck or Quick Kick or Firefly or Hooded Cobra Commander. And as a kid, I loved robots, Transformers. I also loved G.I. Joe, so they kind of combined these two together. If history is correct, if my G.I. Joe history is correct, the Bats, the Battle Android Troopers, were created by Dr. Mindbender to create a completely automated robot army which didn't need to be fed, didn't complain, didn't need to sleep, didn't need to rest, and could fight. They were kind of like early versions of the Terminator, except the Bats didn't really distinguish between friend or foe. They just kind of shot or flamethrowed anything that moved. So that I think they would just send these guys in when if there were no Cobra would send these guys in if there were no other Cobra forces around, so they wouldn't get shot or be collateral damage. So this is cool. I remember as a kid, it opens up, very colorful. It was a robot, and it came with interchangeable hands. So this is from Super 7. They've made a really cool 11-inch version, and yeah, let's open this up. Okay, you are free. So that is him. Let's snap the chest plate on. Aha. So with the see-through window, pretty cool. And then so the arms you can actually store back here for later use. There are pegs back here, so we'll put that one here. We'll put the claw here. And I'm going to attach the other one, but you can see in the back here, you can attach those. And then, let's see do both arms come off? Yes, they do. So you could put 2 accessories on here. Let's put the laser on this one. Oops. I try not to break this thing before. All right. There's the laser. Let's put the claw on the other one. It's cool, man. I feel like a kid again. This is pretty awesome. All right, and there you go. That is the Super 7 11-inch Cobra Bat, aka the Battle Android Trooper. Highly recommend it for all G.I. Joe fans out there. And yeah, thank you, Super 7. You're amazing. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. And to everybody watching, enjoy the show.
Am I live now? All right, beautiful.
Hi, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks so much again to Ming for providing us this fun unboxing. Well, it's really exciting. This might be a familiar face for those of you who have been to Washington State SummerCon. I'd like to introduce to you Phil Enriquez. You might recognize him from Phil's Collectibles, and he's going to provide some fantastic comic book auctions and claims for you tonight. So, Phil, it's yours.
All right, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to present some comic books for everybody. For those of you, like, as he mentioned, for those of you who don't know me, I've done plenty of shows in the Northwest, both in Washington and Oregon. I look forward to continuing my journeys up here in the Northwest and selling books. Thanks to Steve and the team from the Washington Toy Show who invited me to come to the show. I've participated in some of Steve's shows. And for those of you who don't know, SummerCon is one of the best shows in the Northwest, so don't miss out on the next one. So with that, I wanted to get going. I got some really a good cross-section of books for everybody to see. I'm really excited about sharing some of these things with you. There's a lot of mixes in here about some of key appearances, first appearances, and really great books. Some of the local artists that are really popular with some of the fan base. So the first set we have here in Group A is a 3-book set. You can see that the first one up here in the front is Weapon H, which is an homage cover to Hulk 181. And then we have the Thanos Legacy with obviously Thanos and Cosmic Ghost Rider on it. And then, of course, we have Return of the Wolverine. These are all covers that have been done by Clayton Crane, who's a local favorite. And this is going to be a claim auction, and it's going to be a claim for $60 for all 3 books. And then next, what I'll present again, another Clayton Crane lot. That you can see the first book up here is Punisher #1 with the Clayton Crane cover. It's one of his more popular covers that he's done recently. And with that, you get 2 additional books. You also get Marvel Zombies. Right here, Marvel Zombies Resurrection, which is a Clayton Crane variant cover. And also Web of Venom, Venom Unleashed, which is also a Clayton Crane cover. So you get all 3 covers, all 3 issues, for a claim price, for a claim price of $40. $40 for those 3. Okay, so hopefully people get a chance to take a look at those. Those are the 2 first lots. So the 3rd lot should be really interesting to a lot of people out there. Most of you have watched or are watching the latest WandaVision show on Disney Plus, and there's quite a popular character on there that's been revealed recently called Monica Rambeau. And with that, she's also made an appearance as a child in the Captain Marvel movie. And this is the first appearance of Monica Rambeau. And this book over here is an auction book, and the starting bid on that book is going to be $80, and it's in very fine plus condition, so it's a very nice condition book. So you get your bids in, start your bids on that. You have 2 claims, and you have an auction going right now for that annual. It's Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 16. So do we want to...
Claim B.
So
Claim B?
Is
Fantastic. So yeah.
the item in C a bid or a claim?
It's an auction.
It's an
Item C is an auction, starting at $80. First appearance of Monica Rambeau. For most of you know about this book. It is quite hard to get in high grade. It's an annual. Slab copies in the 9.8 range go for multiple hundreds of dollars for it. So it's a very reasonable starting price for a bid right now. And I'm sure that, as you all know, with how things happen with the Marvel Universe, these books continue to climb in value over time. So Claim C, Amazing Spider-Man Annual number 16, first appearance of Monica Rambeau, who is featured in WandaVision.
Fantastic series.
show.
I'm actually looking forward to staying up tonight to see episode 5. Episode 5 drops at midnight, and yeah.
Yeah, I've been waiting to get at least 6 episodes before I start watching, because I have to binge watch them. I can't.
Okay.
The suspense kills me.
Yeah,
It's
no,
much like The Mandalorian, same situation.
Episode 6. Oh my gosh, where has the time gone? It
Yeah,
is-
really,
There
eh?
you go. It is episode 6 tonight. Now it's time to turn the TV on. All righty.
Any bids on C?
No bids yet.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
let's go ahead and
Well, let's,
introduce the next one, which is a infamous cover.
Yes.
This one is fantastic.
Yeah, so let me talk a little bit about this one. So this is Hulk 340, which is probably one of the most famous Todd McFarlane covers out there. He also did the interior work. It's after Hulk 181, it's one of the most popular battle issues out there between Hulk and Wolverine. And the interesting thing about this issue, it's a very nice condition book. So the Hulk 340 right now is a very fine plus or better. But what's really cool about this is that it's also signed by Todd McFarlane on the first page.
Oh, wow.
So it's an autograph book. I don't want to open it right now. I think there's a picture. If Steve has a picture, he may be able to post it. But it is autographed on the first page. If anybody's interested in that, for most of you who know, it's very difficult to get autographs from Todd McFarlane. Got signed very many years ago. Back in the old days, gray-haired guys like me used to get comics signed on the first page of the comic instead of the covers. So that's why it's signed on the first page. So it's signed by Todd McFarlane, you know, Hulk 340 battle issue.
That's fantastic.
And that would be the Hulk 340. So $100 starting bid. Any interest out there? Can't go wrong with this book. You're not going to see too many books like that on the market right now. I'm sure if you
No.
looked at them for them online, they'd be multiple $100s, and obviously autographed and slabbed, probably be in the thousands if it was via 9.8.
Now the great thing about, oh, there it is. There's a picture of the
We have a
autograph
starting
itself.
Bid at 100.
There's a claim.
We have a bid at 100.
100 on.
Excellent. Bid on $100 for that book.
Fun little fact about Todd McFarlane is we're here located in downtown Puyallup, Washington, which was the same location, just a few miles away, is where he used to have a comic book shop
Yeah.
where he ran with his brother-in-law called the Spider's Web. And I remember in the 90s running into
105
Todd.
McFarlane. Or Michael Oxford 105.
Okay, we got 105 now up for
Excellent.
The Incredible Hulk. No, yeah, Todd McFarlane, fantastic. We just looked at his figures.
110.
110 up to Incredible Hulk. Yeah, his brother-in-law, they transitioned from doing comic books here to doing action figures, and that's why Spider's Web closed, so they could transition into being more of an action figure.
Up to 125. Amy and Michael are having a war.
All right, we're up to 125 on the Incredible Hulk.
Keep it coming. And for those of you that are still interested, we also have the Amazing Spider-Man Annual 16 that's still available with a very reasonable opening bid of $80. And while we have the bidding going on that, I'll put another claim up.
Do it.
So
Absolutely.
here we got Captain America 25. Many of you are probably wondering, some of you probably know Captain America 25 is actually a pretty popular book. It's been popular for quite some time. The reason you see that cut out in the middle of the cover is because Captain America was replaced a few years back, and it happened to be that the Falcon replaced Captain America for quite a few issues. What's interesting about that book is that, you know, the Falcon and the Winter Soldiers come in, and the hot rumors out there right now with that Disney Plus series is that one of those two is going to replace Captain America or take over the Captain America mantle.
People are so excited about this series that actually broke all records on YouTube for the most streamed trailer for a streaming series during the Super Bowl. So,
So with that, you can see that it's going to be a three-book. It's going to be a three-book package. You can see there's 3 books here. It's going to be, all 3 are Captain America 25. You have the regular cover. You have the Stomp Out Bullying cover, and you have the Red Skull cover. This is the Hasbro Red Skull variant cover and a Stomp Out Bullying variant cover. So hard to get covers along with the regular cover, and the claim price for all 3 of these Captain America
Let's hold off
25s.
for 1 second on the Captain America.
Yep.
We're going to put a minute on the Hulk. So
Okay.
between Amy and Michael, we've got a minute on the Hulk.
Okay.
And
So we got a minute left on the Hulk 340.
so we don't get people mixed up.
Yep.
We didn't have any claims on A. So
Okay.
if anybody wants to claim A, the 3 books, they can do that now.
And no bids yet on C.
yeah, a lot of great, really excited about that new Captain America series. that's
Yeah,
coming
I'm
out.
looking forward to it. At one time, I thought it was going to be the Winter Soldier, but right now, people are leaning towards Falcon taking the mantle over. And of course, there's talk of Chris Evans coming back. to the
Oh.
Marvel Universe. They're in negotiations, so you never know what's going to happen.
I think they'd have to back up the money truck on that one.
Yeah, there's some other dialogue about a U.S. agent coming into the play, and
Yeah, I
so-
think he was actually featured in the trailer.
Yeah.
If you see him at one
So-
point. So a lot of, and in the TV show Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they had a character that was kind of the Patriot type
Patriot,
character.
yep.
Yep.
Okay, we can take down D. D is Amy bought that for 125.
Fantastic. D for 125. Congratulations. Beautiful book.
And let's
That's
take
there.
down C and A, Jake.
Okay, let's go ahead and take this lot down. And we will.
And Phil, go ahead and put the 3 Captain America books up on D and C so we can see all 3.
Yeah, so let's do that.
This is going to be claim E for all 3 of these Captain America books.
I'm going to do that. Oops.
Oh.
I'm going to do that. Here we go. Oh, it's falling off.
Put it on the top. On the top of the books. There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
$65 claim for the Captain America 25, all 3 covers. A great deal. As most of you know, you got to grab these deals as they come along, because once they hit the airwaves, they magically just multiply in price
Right,
over time.
absolutely.
So
And for toy collectors, how would you not want the Hasbro variant there using
Exactly.
the Marvel Universe figures on the cover? Those are, I always love when comic books can do that.
So while we got the claim going on for Captain America, I also have this book here. This is a CGC 9.2. It's Avengers Annual number 10, and the significance of this book is this is the first appearance of Rogue. And as
Oh.
many of you know, Rogue is a very popular character in the comic books. There's been many significant rumors that Rogue will feature in the new Marvel Universe in the future. So the book has been on the climb for quite some time. It's a very reasonable grade at 9.2, so near mint minus. And this book has got a buy it now of $120.
Fantastic.
So $120 for Avengers Annual number 10, first appearance of Rogue.
So that is going to be a great book to have because she was
Oh, that's
really
a,
popular.
this is a claim. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
This is a claim. Yeah.
There you go. So she was featured prominently in the first X-Men movies, right?
Absolutely.
Which was unusual at the time because she wasn't part of the original team. You know, she came
Correct.
on actually as a villain. Is this when she was a villain in this
She
book,
was a
wasn't
villain
she?
in this book. She was a
Yep.
villain in a couple issues of actually ROM. She
Oh,
appeared in the ROM
Rom
series,
Of course.
17 and 18. So she was in quite a few issues in the early X-Men issues before she became part of the team in 171. And then, of course, she had a relationship, as we all know, with Gambit.
With Gambit, who
So-
unfortunately had his movie canceled. So
Yeah, had his movie canceled, but still a great book. The art in this book is fantastic by a very popular artist called Michael Golden.
Yep.
So really, really great book. A must-have for anybody who wants all of the X-Men first appearances for all their characters.
yeah, that's a great book to have for an X-Men fan or an Avengers fan. 'Cause, you know, obviously that's where she debuted. All right, should we set up some more buy it now claims here?
Last call
Well,
for
this
the
is gonna
claims on
be-
Captain America and the Avengers.
Last call. Last call on Captain America set. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and put in the archive here
Yep.
the Captain Americas. But I'm really excited about this next one because I remember buying this off the spinner rack at my local 7-Eleven. Amazing Spider-Man, what is it, 361?
Yep. So Amazing Spider-Man 361. It's anybody who's reading comics today. It's probably one of the second most popular books out there behind Amazing Spider-Man 300, the first appearance of Venom. This is the first appearance of Carnage. And this is a very nice copy. It's a very fine plus copy. This book has been on the significant climb. Carnage has had quite the exposure in the latest series. You have the Absolute Carnage series that's
Yeah.
been out there. You have a lot of exciting things going on now with Carnage being a big part of King in Black, the latest crossover series in the Spider-Man and the Venom runs.
Well, and we know that he will be featured in the next Venom movie.
Correct. So he'll be also in the next Venom movie. And so this book is an auction book. It's a very fine plus copy. It's a very, very nice copy, raw copy. And the starting bid on this is $150. So starting bid.
So it's going to be so we're going to put claim, auctions in the middle here.
Okay.
We'll put claims on the outside.
Okay.
No, that works. That's fine. So what's the starting on this one? I'm sorry?
$150.
$150. That makes me very happy.
So if many of you look online and look at this in the retail shops, mid-grade copies start at $100 plus on this book. So
Yeah, this looks
higher grade
great.
copies, it's a really nice copy. It's a very fine plus. So it starts at $150 for those Carnage fans that are out there. I'm sure that you'll get pretty excited to see there's an opportunity to get an affordable copy today.
Fantastic. So that's going to be your bid C for Amazing Spider-Man 361, first appearance of Cletus Cassidy. Is that his
Correct.
name, right?
Yes. The actual first appearance of Cletus Cassidy was a book called Amazing Spider-Man 344.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So that would be a couple years before this one.
It
even,
was
maybe.
about a year and a half before
Yeah.
this book came out, before he got, taken over by the symbiote to turn
Yeah.
into Carnage. So,
Interesting.
but obviously,
I did not know that.
one of the more popular villains in the universe today. Obviously, Venom is driving a lot of the Marvel character. A lot of the Marvel characters. He's a favorite of Donny Cates. All
Yeah.
things Venom, Null, and all the characters and spin-offs that have come off Venom is quite fantastic.
Yeah.
You could almost say that today in comic books, the two characters that get the most spin-offs at least for villains, with Marvel it's Venom, and with DC it's obviously the Joker. You have all the Joker spin-offs, Punchline, and all, and we'll have some of that coming up soon. So
Right?
a little hint drop there. You'll see some of that coming up pretty soon with some of the Joker-related DC stuff. So see, $150 starting bid. Any interest out there?
All right. Well, maybe do you have another claim or another?
I have another auction.
Okay. So let's go ahead and throw that on D.
That would be here. So
That
this
would be
is,
D.
let me put this one up. This is going to be a 2-book auction. Give you a little background on this.
Oh, I think I have this one too. So I'm
Okay,
excited where this
so-
is going.
This over here is the first appearance of an interesting young
bid
man
for
called Sam
Spider-Man
Alexander,
150
which
Twisted.
most of us would know as Nova. So this book has been kind of quiet for quite some time. It's one of the hot books out there. It's usually in the top 10 and on a lot of lists. It is the first appearance of Sam Alexander. And when I said a 2-book auction, what's really interesting about this auction, you'll also get Nova number 1 in 50 variant cover, black cover, which is basically the origin of Sam Alexander. So as you can see, you get like a 2-book offering here, and at a very reasonable starting bid of $75. So $75 starting bid gets you both books. And many of you can probably go online and try to find this 1 in 50 right now. I think you'll have a very difficult time finding Nova number 1 in 50 online. So it's starting bid $75 for both books. I'm going to put this one right here. So both D and E come together for $75 starting bid.
Fantastic. Now he was featured in some recent Spider-Man cartoons,
Correct.
right? Because
Correct.
older generations might know Nova as a different character. So this is like the newer version.
Right. It was his last name was Ryder. I can't remember his first name now. The first Nova.
Yes.
Not
yes.
Tom, was it Tom Ryder? No, I don't think
No.
it was Tom. But anyways, the key thing about Nova, as most of you probably know, with the Guardians of the Galaxy, there's been a lot of rumors with the Nova Corps making appearances in the future. So I think that this is quite the pair of books for the starting bid it's at right now.
Awesome.
And of course, I do also have a vault. These kind of go in the vault for me. And
Yep.
next show I'm at, you may be shocked to find out that these won't be available for that kind of offer in the future. So take that into consideration.
All right. First Carnage and the first multi-pack of...
Carnage has a bid at 150.
All right. We're at Carnage at 150.
Outstanding.
Fantastic. And then we have Nova's original appearance. Very cool. And that point one was a whole series that they did for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're all one-shots and quite a few first appearances. There is a variant of this cover. It's an Art Adams variant cover.
Oh, I love Art Adams.
And it's a very nice cover, and that one is quite significantly more expensive than this because it's a ratio variant of 125 or 1 in 50, so it's definitely one to have for the future for sure.
Art Adams, my favorite, I think, is the time that he did the new Fantastic Four. When he got together Punisher and the Hulk and Spider-Man and Ghost Rider to become the new Fab Four. All right, so do you have should we fill up some
Yeah.
of these Buy It Nows?
Yeah, I got a great little package here for Acclaim.
Perfect.
Ends up being 2 books. This all is going to look familiar to a lot of comic fans today. Is that okay?
Is this the same package?
These both books are part of the same package.
Okay, I'm going to take that
So
off then,
you
not
can
confuse people.
you can claim both books, and these 2 books are feature Immortal Hulk, who's quite a popular character. He's one of the best runs that Marvel has been producing for the last 2 years. So the Avengers 684 is the first appearance of Immortal Hulk, and then #1 is where you start the origin of how Immortal Hulk progresses from there. Most of you know this is the Alex Ross cover. Alex Ross is a classic artist who's done pretty well all of the covers on the run. Probably some of his best work in a long time for both of those pieces. So this book is Acclaim for $70. You get both books for $70. And I would
Fantastic.
challenge anyone to find both those books in the market today for $70. So it's a very reasonable claim price. The books, I would rate them at near mint. They're both in excellent condition. They would both grade high if you decided you wanted to slab them. So very reasonable claim price for both the first appearance and origin of the Immortal Hulk. And that would be Avengers 684 and Immortal Hulk #1 first print.
Now
We
the
have
Immortal.
a bid on Nova at 75.
Oh, we got $75 put on Nova. So
Beautiful.
we got Claim. Should we work down the clock there, Steve?
Probably
for,
work the clock down on the Spider-Man first.
on Spider-Man.
Clock's on.
Okay. So
Put
we're
a-
gonna have
1 minute left on the Spider-Man 361.
Okay. 155. We'll take that.
Let's do 1 minute across the board, and then we'll pull them and reset the new ones.
All
Okay.
right.
So a minute across the board.
Michael Oxford is also correcting you about
About which one?
it says Bradshaw, not Adams, is the 125 variant for .1.
Not for this. I don't think so. Not for this one. But we'll pull it up. We'll pull it up. Pretty sure it's Art Adams.
Now the Immortal Hulk. That's not the Incredible Hulk, right? Different
Correct.
character.
Correct.
A
Different
lot of people
character.
don't realize that. That is not Bruce Banner. That is Amadeus Cho. Is that the Immortal Hulk?
Sorry?
Amadeus?
No, Amadeus Cho is another Hulk altogether.
Okay. See,
So
now
the
I-
Amadeus Cho first appearance is Amazing Fantasy number 15 when they redid the Amazing Fantasy series.
Ah, I see.
That's another
okay.
very popular book.
So fantastic. We have
We have Toy Stable at 150 for the Spider-Man,
Toy Stable 150 for Spider-Man,
and Oxford for Nova.
and Michael Oxford, who was our guest last show. If you remember him, going home with Nova.
Great friend of mine. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. And I think we're going to take this one down.
Yep.
All right.
We're going to go last call on the Immortal Hulk 2 set. Buy it now for $70. Going once. Going twice. All right. We'll put those in the vault. All right. So what are we setting up here? Oh, Punchline.
So,
You had mentioned this earlier.
a little sneak peek, a little discussion about this earlier. So what do we got here is a 6-pack. So what you see here is 3 issues of Punchline #1. These are all variants of Punchline. As you can see, this is the Mad Love what we would call an homage cover that was done by Zerti. Very popular cover of Punchline #1. You have the Punchline #1 over here, which is a Jimenez cover, which is part of the regular series. It's a 1 in 25 variant. You have this beautiful Frank Cho variant cover. You can see that the glass behind it looks like a church scene with Joker in the background, and it's actually him as Jesus Christ. So it's quite a bit of a controversial cover that when it came out at the time. There's many variants of this cover, but those are 3 of the covers. And we'll focus in over here. There's 3 other covers. You have the Nagu cover, which is another beautiful cover of Punchline #1. And I'm going to just put this over here for now, I guess. We can put it right here. So it's quite a pack, because what you actually get, you have also, for many of the people who've seen Harley Quinn, there's an artist called Chu. Chu did also this cover here. And then you also have another cover by Don McTeague. So quite an array. You get all 6 covers for a starting bid of $100.
All right.
So you're looking at quite a deal when you look at what these sell on the open market for as individual store variant covers. So all 6 covers, starting bid $100 for Punchline #1. And this is Punchline #1 is where they started explaining the origin of Punchline. Because she started in, there was a cameo of Punchline in Batman '92, followed by really what they call the first full appearance in a small series called Hell Arisen. So Hell Arisen #3 was the first appearance of Punchline, but her first cameo appearance or first intro was actually in Batman #92. So Punchline #1.
And this is the daughter of the Joker?
Nope.
No?
Not a daughter, just a character that was infatuated with the Joker, though, much like Harley Quinn.
Got it.
There was quite a lot of rumors that she was going to replace Harley Quinn. She did not replace Harley Quinn, but she did have a pretty famous battle with Harley Quinn in Harley Quinn #75. So, and that's all I'm going to say about that. If you want to know more, you got to read the story.
Very cool. Punchline, brand new character. And this was just last year, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
Actually, it was, just last year. Just came out recently, like a month and a half ago.
Okay,
So quite new book, but great covers. The Zerti cover is fantastic. The Cho cover, I can't say enough about all of the covers really. My favorite happens to be this one here. This one here is a takeoff of the Mad Love cover with Harley Quinn and Joker. It's quite a popular cover out on the open market also. It's an homage cover, right?
Very cool. Well, while we let those sit, do we have a buy it now we can maybe throw here? At
Absolutely, we do.
One or couple here at the end?
Absolutely, we do. Let me see. Here we got something that I think will be interesting for some fans. So I'm going to put one up.
Okay, while they're doing that, take a look at the clock, ladies and gentlemen. If you want a bid on the Punchline set of 6, you got to make sure to get that in here.
So what we got here, this is the first of 3 trade paperbacks. Many of you probably familiar with Neal Adams, happens to be my favorite artist. I have quite the eclectic collection of Neal Adams books. I have quite a bit of his original art. So these 3, I have all 3 of the trade paperbacks, which are in very fine or better condition. I have the first, the second, and the third trade paperback. So many of you probably may recall they released these all in hardcover. They then came out in what we call a trade paperback version. All of these, if you see the bottom of the book, are autographed by Neal Adams.
Whoa.
Okay, so they're all autographed by Neal Adams. Most of you know, if you go to a comic show, much like at ECC, he's been there, he's been to Rose City Comic Con. Neal Adams charges $50 just for his autograph. All 3 of these trade paperbacks, autographed by Neal Adams, buy it now, $130.
Wow.
All autographed by Neal Adams.
That is fantastic.
Purchased by myself from Neal Adams. So Autographed, all 3 copies, $130. Buy it now.
Looks like we had a bid for Punchline from Hey Mikey for $100.
All right. Hey, Mikey, congratulations. First bid on the Punchline lot. And now we have a buy it now for $130. 3 autographs on 3 trade paperbacks of Neal Adams. Pretty famous Batman run he had.
Oh, he is probably the definitive Batman artist of the modern century. And I would say, if you were to talk to a lot of the people out there, the Dark Knight series, the movie series that was done, there's a lot of reference to the Neal Adams Batman when that was created. So he had quite an impact. He helped create a lot of characters. He was co-creator of Ra's al Ghul. He was a co-creator of Talia. He brought the Joker back. Everybody knows Batman 251, the 5-Way Revenge. Joker had been gone for many years. He brought back Joker, made him a lunatic, crazy killer. He also was the guy who introduced Two-Face back into the Silver Age.
Oh, wow.
Which was Batman 240. So quite a few characters that he had a hand in. And I have actually some original art from Neal Adams that's related to that. So.
That is fantastic. All right.
And I think we're going to put a clock on the Punchline, Steve.
Clock just expired.
Okay,
Hey Mikey
perfect.
wins it for $100.
$100. Congratulations.
So while we have the Batman up, I'm going to put up something else related to toys again that I think will be interesting for some people. Everybody knows what's going on with these 2 characters. You know, one of them obviously very famous in Hollywood, the Transformers. Many movies. You know, probably over $1 billion franchise. Toy series, comic books,
cartoons,
many series of cartoons, movies. This is a classic cover by Bill Sienkiewicz, Transformers #1, and this is ROM #1, which is all you know. It's been purchased by another company, no longer owned by Marvel. Can't remember who owns it now.
Hasbro made toys a few years ago.
They made the toys. That's what ROM was based on. So it's kind of a little the theme around the show, the toy show. So I wanted to have some toy-related comic books.
Those are fantastic.
Both great books. I would say that the Transformers #1 is in a very fine to a very fine plus. The ROM is more like a very fine plus to a near mint minus. Very nice books, very affordable, raw. And the starting bid on both of those books is $75 for both books. So it's a starting bid of $75 for both of these books.
Perfect.
So $75 for that. Now I wanted to put something up. A lot of talk about Star Wars today. I heard you talking about Star Wars earlier, right?
Anyone who knows me, I typically live and breathe Star Wars.
So I do have quite a few Star Wars books that I'm going to be having up for sale today, but I did want to make sure that I got this out there early because this is quite an interesting book. This is Star Wars #1. Everybody knows when Marvel re-released Star Wars. It was one of the probably best-selling comic books in the last 15 years. They printed many copies. There was
over 100 variants, right, for issue 1?
What's interesting about this book, this is the Forbidden Planet variant of Star Wars #1 that is a comic shop in England. And this is a Boba Fett cover by Adi Granov.
Wow.
This is a near mint book. And you can all go Google it right now. Go look it up on eBay. You're not going to see many copies on eBay. It doesn't sell cheap. Slab copies go for multiples in the $100 range of Star Wars 1 of this actual book. The cover is a classic cover. There's actually, I believe, 2 versions of it. There's this color version, but there's also a black and white version of it, which is also pretty. I prefer the color one myself. Obviously, a very popular artist also, Adi Granov. So this is not an auction, but grab it while you can because it's $175.
$175.
So
Extremely limited.
$175 for this Star Wars #1 Adi Granov variant cover, which is probably one of the better, if not one of the best, Star Wars 1 variant covers that are out there. You can see the classic classic pose of Boba Fett. We all know how popular Boba Fett is now, right? After The Mandalorian. So, you know, his first appearance is multiplied like rabbits in the market space, right? Which is happens to be, you know, can be argued if it's the paperback, the magazine, or Star Wars 42. Everybody has decided, the market has decided the first appearance is Star Wars 42.
Yeah.
That's the hot book out there. This is a beautiful bookend to Star Wars 42. There's no doubt about that. So Star Wars #1, Boba Fett, Adi Granov. And it's a claim. Buy
Yeah.
it now for $175, so you don't even have to bid on it. Just grab it and it's yours.
That's fantastic. Yeah, that is a beautiful cover.
So, sticking with the Star Wars theme, while we have that going on, we have these two, right, which we said had a bid on them. These, no bids on these just yet, right, on the two toy ones.
Or
Oh,
these
sorry,
ones.
these
Yeah.
ones right here. Sorry.
Yeah. 75, still open for 75. Initial claim on this one. This one's a initial bid. Still looking for a 75 here. We got 175 for the limited.
We're putting the details in the comment section too.
Oh, perfect.
So,
Oh, I know this book.
now we're going to continue with our Star Wars theme. So we're kind of moving a little bit from the toy theme into the Star Wars theme, the toy theme to the Star Wars theme. This is the first appearance of a young lady called Dr. Aphra, along with Triple Zero.
000 and 2B1,
I always get it mixed up.
000 and BT1.
BT1, anyways, they're basically
BT1?
takeoffs of C-3PO and somewhat like R2-D2. They're evil robots. Dr. Aphra is a very popular character. Many people wonder why she's so popular. So think about it this way. You have...
BT1.
Huh?
BT1, I was right. Okay.
BT1. So BT1, 000, and Dr. Aphra. What's interesting about Dr. Aphra? Dr. Aphra is a relic hunter or a treasure hunter for Darth Vader. That's where, obviously, her first appearance, Darth Vader #3. This is the first print. Another classic cover by Adi Granov again. And the interesting thing about Dr. Aphra is the best way I can talk about her is imagine a female version of Indiana Jones running around the Star Wars universe. That is Dr. Aphra.
And she begins this series very infatuated with Vader
Absolutely.
in a very odd way, you know, because
Right.
he obviously he only has one person on his mind, so.
So
yeah.
the starting bid on this is at a very reasonable starting bid of $75, and that's a very nice near mint minus copy of Darth Vader #3 with the first appearance of Dr. Aphra. So
Two fantastic, yeah.
fantastic books right now that are up there. Star Wars lovers should be jumping all over these. There's a lot of interest around these books. I think I'm going to take down the Batmans for now.
Yep, let's
There's
go ahead
been no
and put
interest in
that in
that? Because what I'd like to put up that's also stays with our Star Wars theme, and of course this is going to be for the true collector. we have here is Dr. Aphra #3, the 1 in 25 variant cover,
Wow.
which is a very, very, very hot book right now in the open market. And today, 9/8s are going for $2,500 plus. The 9/6s are going for $1,200 or more. The latest sales have been in the $1,200 range. This is a bid. This is a bid book at a very reasonable starting bid of $1,000. So expensive, but for those of you who understand what's going on in the Star Wars universe today, if Dr. Aphra gets announced for Disney Plus, this will be a bargain.
Absolutely.
I promise you this will be a bargain if Dr. Aphra gets released or announced in the Disney Plus world.
And we know that Disney at the end of last year announced that 10 new Star Wars shows are coming in production to Disney Plus. And so it seems like it's only a matter of time before this character surfaces. And since this character is from the kind of the set during the original trilogy, there's no reason to think why this character couldn't show up in a Boba Fett or a Mandalorian series.
Correct.
Because this
It
would
fits
only be
in.
a few years later.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah. As soon as she makes her on-screen debut, guaranteed these prices will be a
bargain.
Yep.
At where they're at today.
Absolutely. So should we put the clock on the Transformers and ROM toy set here? Two great first issues.
We have Michael Oxford that's bid 75 on the fader.
Okay, we got 75 on the
Slot D.
yep.
Slot D, Darth Vader 3. Thanks, Mike.
Perfect. So clock's ticking down, about 40 seconds left on these great two. Adam let me know that ROM is now owned by IDW.
That is what I was looking for.
IDW now has the rights to that. IDW was the one that published his comic a few years ago. I don't know if it's still in print, but they had a small run.
Yep.
They tried to make ROM part of the Transformers world, along with Mask and
Correct.
He-Man,
What
G.I.
is
Joe,
this-
and
What is the CGC grade?
what is the CGC grade?
9.6.
9.6. Okay. Oh yeah, it's got a little glare there. You got
How's
to
that?
pan up a little bit. There you go. Fantastic.
9.6 white pages.
All right. So we'll archive the ROM and Transformers 2 set. Let's do a last call on the Star Wars #1 variant cover. And we got
Jake, your wife called and she said that she's okay with you spending $1,000 on that Vader cover.
yeah, right. If my wife was watching and she knew I had half these comics up here, she would be going through my bins right now, and I'd be finding them on eBay when I got home.
No doubt.
Okay, last call on Star Wars #1, 175. Going once, going twice. All right, we'll go ahead and put that in the archive. Still have a standing bid for $75, $80 is what we're looking for Darth Vader #3, and then we still have a starting bid for $1,000 on Darth Vader #3, but our 1 in 25 variant.
While we do that, I'm going to put up another interesting. We talked about this character a little earlier. So now we're talking about, we're going to talk a little bit about Venom while people are looking at these other books. Let me see. Does that work?
There you go.
So what you have here is Venom #1. And what's special about this Venom #1 is this is where Donny Cates started writing the Venom series. So what's interesting is that all three of these are all copies of Venom #1. You have the regular cover, you have a limited store variant of Venom #1 by an artist called Scan. And then you have the Young Guns variant, which was one of the variants that came out when the #1 came out in the market. And it's a Young Guns variant by Aaron Cooter. So you get all three of these Venom #1s. And if you go to your local comic shop, I'm sure you'll find that even this first Venom #1 is probably retailing somewhere in the $20 neighborhood. All three Venom #1s with a starting bid of $35. $35 starting bid gets you in on the action for Venom #1, Donny Cates Venom.
All right. Looking for that starting bid. Should we put a clock on Vader #3?
Clock's up.
Clock's up. Okay, we got
All right.
1 minute for our final bids on either the opening of 1,000 on the 9.6, or we're looking for higher than 75 on the bag and boarded version.
And while we're at it, we're going to get up another Venom, a nice little Venom treat here. You can see this over here is Venom #9. So again, Venom number 9 is the first appearance of Dylan Brock.
Ah.
So he is the original Venom's son.
Eddie's.
Eddie's son. So Dylan is Eddie's son. This is the first appearance of Dylan Brock. And not only do you get one copy of the Venom number 9, you also get a second copy of Venom number 9, which is a variant cover by Philip Tan, a store variant by Philip Tan, that usually you can only find online. So quite a very popular book. And the starting bid on both of those books together is $90 starting bid. So $90 starting bid on the Venom number 9, both covers.
Okay, fantastic. And clocks ran out, and is this going to Oxford?
Correct.
All right. We'll
And
archive
we'll
that one.
Park that one back there.
This one to Oxford. Fantastic. Congratulations.
So we have the Venom number 1s that are starting bid of $35, Venom number 9, starting bid of $90.
Excellent. Oh, we have our bid. We have our first bid at 35.
Perfect.
35 is up there.
So while we do that, I'm going to put up our final slab. Another interesting character. We're going to probably switch gears here in a sec when some of these auctions expire.
Okay.
I'm going to switch gears a little bit to another very popular character most of us know, Miles Morales.
Oh, yeah.
Miles Morales. This is the first appearance of Miles Morales, which is Ultimate Fallout number 4. Quite a popular character. We made his appearance in cinemas in Into the Spider-Verse, as everyone knows. The second Into the Spider-Verse is going to be out soon. I believe it's if it's not this year, it's next year. I think it's 22 though, or summer next year, right? Summer 22. He's made quite an impact on the Marvel Universe. Of course, as everybody knows, he was supposed to be in another universe, but now he's become part of the regular Marvel Universe.
Yep.
And between him and what we like to call Spider-Gwen, they're two of the more popular characters in the universe today. So this book over here, starting bid for this Ultimate Fallout number 4, which is a 9.6, is $500. So $500 white page, Ultimate Fallout number 1. Of course, first print, as you can see, his face is covered on this cover. You don't see his face. The second print of this same cover shows you Miles's face. So that particular issue is the slabbed version of Ultimate Fallout number 4. And for those who are looking for a more affordable one, we have a little 2-pack here. So this 2-pack has got a nice, very fine plus copy of Ultimate Fallout number 4, which is also a first appearance, first print. But with that, you also get the all-new Spider-Man number 1, which is actually the origin of Miles Morales. It's actually his second appearance, black cover. This is also very fine. And the starting bid for both those books together is $300.
All right.
So $300 if you want to put a starting bid on this. And if you want to take the plunge and make an investment for the future, you have the CGC slab of 9.6, which has a starting bid of $500.
All right. So we got two great Spider-Man auctions up now. Let's go ahead and reset the clock for our Venom auctions.
Yep.
We got a 35 bid up here on the number 1s. We're still looking for an opening bid on the number 9s. But you have under a minute to get those bids in, and then we will transition, and then we'll keep those Spider-Man Miles Morales character up. Such a great character. With rumors that the new Spider-Man movies might be going into the multiverse, who knows?
Absolutely.
If he shows up in real...
Absolutely. It could be the best kept secret since Mark Hamill showed up on The Mandalorian. You never know with Spider-Man 3 coming out, right?
Yeah, that would be amazing. They're getting better at keeping secrets.
Yeah, they have surprised us the last couple of times. Mark Hamill was quite a nice treat on The Mandalorian. I was really
think
excited to see Luke Skywalker.
And some of the actors on WandaVision have hinted at a Luke Skywalker level cameo coming to the show as well.
Correct.
So who knows who could show up? Maybe Miles
Never know.
Would not. Okay. Clock is run down on Venom. Congrats to those who is it?
Hey, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey, nice job.
He gets
Venom
all-
number 1 coming to you.
He gets the other one too. Where's the other one? Right
Oh, this one.
Yep.
Sorry. There you go. We'll
Okay.
archive the other Venom lot here for you.
Jake,
So-
can you move the Spider-Man over, slide that so-
There we go.
You bet. Here we go. We opened up a couple new positions here.
So let's go with, let's stick with the same theme. Again, Miles Morales. So, very interesting. Over here what you got is a second print, a different printing of the Ultimate Fallout number 4 with the variant art cover of that issue. So this is a later printing of the book. Quite hard to find, lower print run. And the starting bid on that Ultimate Fallout number 4 issue is $60, which is a very reasonable starting bid. $60 starting bid on the Ultimate Fallout number 4 variant cover
Can we move
of
that
Miles
over to-
Morales.
Can you move that over to slot A for me?
This one to this slot, right?
All right.
So that is starting bid $60. And in staying with the theme a little bit around Miles Morales, we have another 3-pack that's going to be, also happens to be a Clayton Crane 3-pack. This is a Miles Morales number 1 variant cover of Miles Morales Spider-Man number 1 by Clayton Crane. Along with that, you also get Spider-Geddon number 0, which happens to be a Clayton Crane cover. And you also get a beautiful virgin cover of Spider-Geddon number 0. Also, we can put that right. I don't want to cover it up. Let me see. Right there. That makes
Okay.
sense? Yeah, there we go. So what you got there is you got all 3 of these Clayton Crane, and again, a favorite artist in the Northwest, Clayton Crane here. These 3 covers combined as a claim price of $70 for all 3 of the covers. The Miles Morales cover is quite a hot cover by Clayton Crane. It is a variant. These are all variant covers. The virgin cover is quite hard to find also in the market. So Clayton Crane 3-pack, which also happens to have Miles Morales, and that is also going for $70 as a claim price.
Perfect. And we have our first bid for 60 on number 4 here.
Perfect.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Dang.
Landed perfectly flat.
There you go. Alrighty. So we got a few there.
Claim on 70. We got our first bid on 60. What's our going price here for the
These are $300 starting bid.
$300
$300 for this, $500 for the slab.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and start the clock on our Ultimate Spider-Mans there at the end. Reset the clock. Make sure to get your bid in. Miles Morales' first appearances and second appearance. 300 or 500 graded and slabbed. We're looking for our second bid, 65 or more on A, and we got to buy it now for 70. A lot of great Spidey books here.
Of course, we all know what will happen with these books once the next Into the Spider-Verse movie hits screens. But
Oh, absolutely.
they'll go through the roof again. So now's an opportunity to get a very reasonable price on these books. You cannot go wrong with Miles Morales. He is the modern day. He's going to be the modern day key character for the younger generation.
And what we're finding with collectibles, whether you're talking trading cards, action figures, or comic books, is over the last year with the pandemic and people on quarantine, everything across the market has just become so valuable and so
Absolutely.
desired right now. We are in a boon. That's why it's so hard to find so many things. right?
Absolutely.
Especially the comic industry had to take essentially a vacation for a good part of the year last year as well. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you're finding is that people anticipated or thought when the pandemic hit that people were going to be dumping books, and what people are doing is harboring their money into collectibles, not just toys and comics, but any kind of, like you said, trading cards and stuff like that. Pokemon cards
Absolutely.
have exploded.
You cannot find
So-
them. My son collects Pokemon cards, and we can't find them at Target anymore.
Let's see if I can split this up here. So this one is all 3 covers, as I said earlier, for $70. Going to put up another claim. This is going to be something, hopefully, that most of you will be excited about. This over here is Gwenom versus Carnage. Just got released. Let me start with the trade cover. This is a Greg Horn limited cover that he had a hand in producing, Gwenom versus Carnage. By the time the news came out that the series, again, is part of the King in Black series, interesting development has happened. For those of you that are paying attention to King in Black, we all know that Gwen Stacy got possessed by the Venom symbiote. Black Cat #2 just came out recently. She's been possessed by the anti-Venom symbiote, which is another character that's been out there for some
Sure.
time. And lo and behold, the last page of this book and the second last page of this book, Mary Jane has been possessed by Carnage symbiote.
Oh, wow.
So if you look at #2 right now, that's going to be coming to a comic shop near you soon, you will see a full-fledged story with no longer, I believe, Gwenom versus Carnage, but maybe Gwenom versus, you know,
Marriage.
Janage or
Yeah.
something like that. So quite an interesting book. Very, very nice run here. What you can see is you get not only the trade dress book, you also get the unmasked cover, and you get the Virgin cover. So you get the unmasked Virgin, you get the Virgin of the trade and the trade dress, all 3 books, $70 claim.
Fantastic.
Very, very hard to get. Not many are available. It was a store variant for those who were lucky enough to get in on it. Obviously, the one that's generating a lot of interest as a singular book is the unmasked version,
Yeah, it looks
because
great.
it's the rarest one out there. But I'm offering all 3 for $70 claim for the Gwenom versus Carnage.
No, that's fantastic.
Most people know that Spider-Gwen #24 is the first appearance of Gwenom, which has picked up quite some steam also. It's a black cover book, which is hard to find. So I think you're going to see a lot of interest. Quite interesting that they're going to have the 3 symbiote versions possessing all 3 of Peter
Spider-Man's,
Parker's
yeah.
love interests, right?
Congratulations on Pat for winning the Ultimate Fallout #4.
So we got the Clayton Crane 3-pack, which includes the Miles Morales #1 by Clayton Crane and the Virgin Clayton Crane cover. And then you have the Gwenom versus Carnage set out there. And we'll give that a minute. Can I put another set out there? Would
Yep,
that be
set
okay?
up the clock for a minute.
I'm going to put this out in a sec. So 1 minute, just under a minute for both of these, for the Clayton Crane set. We're going to leave the Gwenom set up for another couple of minutes. Quite the series there. Okay, so while those are going on, we're coming to an end here soon. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit for the toy lovers. I have a little bit of G.I. Joe action going on here. What you see here is G.I. Joe number 275, both variant covers, one by Jamie Tyndall with the Baroness on it. So you got both covers of G.I. Joe number 275 for buy it again.
I grabbed them. All right.
Okay, so we got both covers, G.I. Joe 275. Buy it now, claim price $35. $35 for G.I. Joe 275. Buy it now. Great for, toy collectors that may not be hardcore comic book collectors. A nice little thing to add to, the background of your toy display or something like that.
Absolutely. And 275s, and that's the continuation of the 80s series by Larry Hama, right? He's
Yep.
still writing that book?
Yep, and he's writing it.
Yep. So cool.
So I think we're going to take down, I don't want to grab him. You want to take down the
Yep. Let's
Spider-Man
go ahead
ones?
and grab this last call on the Miles set here for 70. Speak now.
Okay, let's put up a little continuation. We're going to do, again, another claim of G.I. Joe. You have Snake Eyes Dead Game #1. This is a 3-book pack. Quite a nice 3-book pack. You have 3 covers. You have a Rob Liefeld. Black and white cover. You have a Jamie Tyndall beautiful cover of, looks like it would be the female version of Snake Eyes. And then you have this over here, which is a variant cover by an artist called Val. And this is a buy it now claim price of $30 for all 3 variant covers. So very reasonable.
Cool.
So you got a little bit of toy action going on for those of you that want some unique covers that you may want to use as a backdrop to your G.I. Joe toy collection. Very reasonable buy it now prices for both packages.
Fantastic. Yeah. G.I. Joe is very well primed to make its comeback to pop culture. We know the action figure line's been super successful.
Yep.
But they do have a Snake Eyes movie in the can. They're just waiting to release it. So Snake Eyes will most likely rise to the forefront of pop culture here as soon as that movie gets released. I think they're set for fall this year.
Yep. So great claims there. Any interest here? The Venom versus Carnage, I know is going to be very popular in the future as King of Black continues to proceed going forward. Beautiful Greg Horn work on that cover. I gotta say, it's one of my favorite pieces of art from Greg Horn in a long time. I think the use of color that he displayed in these covers is phenomenal. So
Fantastic. Yeah, let's go last chance on the Gwenom.
last chance
set.
on that.
Going once, going twice. Get your bids in. All right, let's go ahead and pull this, and we'll set up with some. You got a few more books there?
I got two more
Mark,
claims going on.
2 more claims.
So we're gonna wrap things up with Star Wars again.
Hey, I love it.
Okay, and again, one of my favorite characters. So let's go right to it. What we have here is you can see this is Dr. Aphra #1. Many of you have probably never seen this cover. This was a store variant done with a store out of California called Legends. This cover over here, what's interesting about this cover for most of you, a little backstory on that. There's a group of people on a Facebook page that got together to put together this with a store out on the West Coast. So what was interesting about this is the first time that Ashley Witter actually drew Dr. Aphra. Ashley Witter became a pretty popular artist who did quite a run of covers for Dr. Aphra in the first series.
Okay.
And then she went on to move on to X-23 to do a lot of covers on X-23. She's now a very popular cover artist for Marvel Comics. So this is her first cover. They're very limited run of the books. You have the what we call the black trade dress, which was limited to 1,000 copies.
Oh, wow.
No, it was limited to 3,000 copies. You had the black and white, which was, I believe, 2,000 copies. And then we had what we call the pink variant, which was limited to 1,000 copies. So this also, I believe, introduced the Black Wookiee, Black Karstinian?
Yeah, yes.
I believe
I'm
that's
going to
his
say
name.
yes. It's hard.
It's very close to say, hard to say his
When
name.
they're not in media and no one's ever really officially pronounced their names, it's
Yeah.
always hard when you're reading these
Right,
Star Wars
so-
names. So yeah, it's kind of her Wookiee companion, bodyguard,
Correct.
bounty hunter type character.
So that is a buy it now claim of $60 for all 3 covers,
Fantastic.
for a very limited run of those covers.
Oh yeah, Dr. Aphra fans are very, very passionate out there, and so hopefully we have one tuning in tonight for this great deal.
Yeah, and that is the first series also.
Yes.
Jake, where are all our Star Wars people at?
Where are all our Star Wars people? They're frozen on Hoth because
No, I'm surprised.
here in Washington State we're getting our first big blizzard of the season. So
Yeah.
who knows? So we're going to call last call on the G.I. Joe sets.
Right.
So get your last call in, last chance there for the Snake Eyes Dead Game set or the 275 Real American Hero. Such cool covers. All right, we'll put
All right.
them in the
Let's pull those out.
vault. Yep.
All righty. So to wrap things off, we have the Dr. Aphra #1 we just talked about with limited covers. It was quite the hot seller. So in 2017, because obviously this got released sometime in 2017, there was so much popularity around that book in conjunction with Astorigan out on the West Coast and the Denver Comic Con in 2017. We have what we call Dr. Aphra #8. And some of you may recognize this, a variant of this cover where there was a cover out there where there was a reflection of Darth Vader in the person's goggles. This is the first time that variation of that cover was done. Again, Ashley Witter cover.
Oh, very cool.
So this was the second cover she did for Dr. Aphra. And it comes with 3 variants. It comes with the trade dress. It comes with a virgin color to black and white variation. And then it comes with a black and white variant with the colored goggles with a pink logo. So all 3 covers of that, similar fashion to the #1, and it's a buy it now of $40. So it's a claim for $40 for Dr. Aphra #8.
Fantastic. Now, if you're not reading this book, this is then you're missing out on a really cool character, like we said, that has the potential to emerge in any of the numerous series that Disney Plus has announced, and maybe not even has announced, because streaming is the way forward. They've ramped back their production of films. We only know of one official film in the works.
Right.
So yeah, this is a great character. They have been taking a lot from the comic worlds, both the old Marvel, but also the old Dark Horse, and now the new Marvel
series.
So, yep.
I mean, how can you not love a Indiana Jones female version relic hunter who actually operates for Darth Vader? And again, what's really interesting is we also got the Obi-Wan Kenobi series coming out.
Yes.
Which ties into that same time period.
Yeah, that's going to be sent kind of between the trilogies, I believe.
Correct.
So 10 years before the original trilogy. So if this character, this character could show up as a much younger version of herself.
Sure.
In there even. So let's go ahead and last call on our Dr. Aphra lots. The clock is on there. Make sure to get your buy it nows in. This is claimed, so you can take it home for $40 or $60. While those
great collectibles that as soon as they announce Dr. Aphra on Disney Plus, won't be getting it for that price anymore, that's for sure.
That is for sure.
So get it in while you can. When you can find Dr. Aphra books out there and their key books, I'd be buying them if I were you.
Okay, last chance.
And as we come to a close, I think we're almost clocking down. I really want to thank Jake and Steven and the gang here for inviting me here. I really appreciate it. Thanks to everybody, all the hard work that they put together in this studio. Very much appreciated. Looking forward to seeing you all in the future at future shows. I'm still very hopeful that Steve is going to be able to pull off SummerCon. This is one of my favorite shows. It's always a pleasure to be at his show. So hopefully, if I don't get a chance to see you in the near future, we'll see you at one of the shows here in the near term. So I appreciate your time.
SummerCon, it's if we're allowed to do SummerCon.
Well, I keep my fingers crossed, Steve. Every day I keep my fingers crossed SummerCon's going to happen. So,
Absolutely.
along with the Washington Toy Shows also.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Phil,
All right,
for
Jake,
coming
thank you.
in and being our comic expert in here, bringing such amazing books. Hopefully, we're going to see you at the next few shows. And so for those of you who missed out and watching this on replay later, you're going to be able to get a hold of Phil probably at local cons in the near future. So thank you again so much for coming out. And
We're going to take 30 seconds. We got one more last fun thing to do. Okay.
one last fun thing. Fantastic. Let's do it. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we have one final thing we're going to do for you today before signing off on this week's episode of Washington State Toy Show Live. Thank you for those of you who have been with us since the beginning. As you know, we have provided you action figures, we provided you comic books, and now we have collectibles. And here you see our three Funko Pops, which is insanely popular. Obviously, Washington State here, we're kind of home to Funko headquarters, and so we see a lot of Pops, but I guarantee you, you're not going to see Pops like this anywhere, okay? These are fantastic Pops. I'm going to turn this one right here. This one here is the Incredible Hulk, but you notice...
It looks like something was on our show last time. The lot or not?
Yes.
This is not.
Right. So if you recall, last week we had a big Avengers lot, and we decided whether we're going to sell them as a lot, and if they don't sell, then we weren't going to do them as a big lot. But instead, we have taken this average Funko Pop and made it absolutely incredible. And I said we. I said we, and I shouldn't say we, because, ladies and gentlemen, you'll notice that this has a beautiful original artwork of the Incredible Hulk on it. This is done by the insanely talented Russ Richards, and even better, we have him here today. So come on over, Russ.
Hey, Jake, who's going to run the camera if Russ is over there?
Haha, well, we're going to get Mr. Toy Story to do it.
There you go.
All right, well, welcome, Russ, and look how beautiful these Pops are. What have you done
you.
here?
So I can't claim that I'm the original person who've done these. I've actually seen a few artists do these over the years. But yeah, Steve reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to do something similar on the Pops that he had our last sale, and I said, I jumped at it. It's such a great, unique thing to do, and makes the, some common Pops a little bit more unique and fun.
Oh, they're just absolutely beautiful. And look it's not even that you just painted just the one end of it, but they actually wrap around. And you can see here,
Correct.
This is that absolutely tragic, heroic moment from the final Avengers film here. I am Iron Man, how it began and how it ended, right? Just amazing. What medium did you use to make these?
So these are acrylic paint markers that I've been using. that I just picked off Amazon. They're just fairly inexpensive markers. I think they become popular with paint rocks, like painting on
Oh,
rocks.
okay.
With them,
Yeah,
those type
yeah.
of markers. So yeah, and yeah, just draw directly on the box itself.
Oh my gosh! And here we have Thor. We have Thor prior to his transformation in one of the films, with just the amazing electricity coming all around. So here's the deal. We have Funko Pops here, but now they are also original works of art. Fantastic work, Russ. Would you be willing to part with these?
Yeah, most definitely.
Oh
Definitely.
man,
Yeah.
what should we put them up?
Sure.
Yeah,
Let's put 'em up.
okay.
Let's put them up for the
A,
claim.
B, and C.
Let's call them A, B, and C. A, B, and C. So you
Yeah.
can claim A, B, or C. We're talking about the Hulk with original Russ Richards art. You're talking about Tony Stark. And you're talking about Thor. Okay? So if you're interested in those, just put claim A, B, and C. And we're going to original artwork on your Funko Pop. It's really hard to come by.
I'm just waiting for the price. I'm just trying to keep my kid from buying them.
Right? Let's go with Steve.
Are we doing a claim or are we doing bid?
We're gonna do bids.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What should we do?
Should we open the bids starting at 50 and go from
Perfect.
there? Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Opening bid. Claim A, bid A for 50, bid B for 50, or bid C for 50. Again, these are just fantastic Avengers pops that come from, the amazing talent that's standing here. And if anyone who has been involved or been and attended our Washington State, both the toy show and the cons that we've done, you've seen Russ's work. He has done fantastic work. Where can they find you online?
You can find me on all my social medias on russrichardsart.com, Russ Richards Art on Facebook, all the social medias. all
Yeah.
that. Instagram. I mainly post a lot more on Instagram than anything, and I will be doing more of these. So just follow me on the, whatever the Twitter sphere, the Instagrams and all that stuff, and I'll be posting more as I do.
Oh man, they're just beautiful, just beautiful.
Thanks.
Again, Incredible Hulks, Iron Man, and Thor. Here, all original works of art by the amazingly talented Russ Richards.
Well, Jake, we are 2 hours and 15 minutes into our thing. We don't have as many viewers, so we'll hold them on to the next show too. If they don't buy.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And
We
I'll be
can-
putting them up on my Etsy shop as well.
Oh, there
which
you
is
go.
Also on Russ Richards Art.
RussRichardsArt.com.
Yeah.
Make sure to check that out. And ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you again for those of you who stayed with us tonight. There's going to be more shows in the future with more toys, more merch, more paraphernalia. If you're interested in being featured on the show, please make sure to go to the Washington State Toy Show website, and you can register to be on the show. If you want to bid in the future, please make sure that you go and you register there as well. And we want to thank you all for joining us. Ladies and gentlemen, until next time, have a great night.